Angani Asha Sakalan Deyavreti Banti Shanti Pan Kalyanti Shmiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Sadhu Avigrasya Govindam Nipurusham Bhajami Govindam Nipurusham Bhajami Govindam Nipurusham Bhajami Dam Purusham Bhajami Dam Purusham Bhajami Govindam Purusham Bhajami Govindam Purusham Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Channa Ballabha Girivaradari Yashodanandana Praja Janarandana Yashodanandana Praja Janarandana Yamuna Tira Vandanachari Yamuna Tira Vandanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Balaba Girivaradare Yashodanandana Rajadanarandana Jamuna Tira Banachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Shri Shivar Madhava Asa Saki Jai Shri Chaitanya Chanduraya Mandir Jai Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devyam Saraswatim Vyasam Chato Jayam Udirayat Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Okay.
This conference will now be recorded.
Welcome to the Anjana Sudha Academy daily Srimad Bhagavatam reading. Even if we die, we'll probably go on with the same program. Yes. And today is 29th or 30th? Today is 30th November 2021. And present in our intellectual automatic audience, we have Yugala Kishore Dasi Vishabhanu N.A. Dede Ambarish Vidura Das Sugopi Radha Devi Dasi Subal Saka Das Krishna Srinivas Das Web Rosa Elena Kanchukaha Priyasaki Devi Dasi Mitra Vindadidi Manjwali Didi Lalita Mad Mahandini Radha Didi Lalita Gopi Didi Kirtida Devi Dasi Kamagayatri Dasi Jarana Shikha Das Indira Shakti Didi Harsh Web, Gandharva Das, Anandam Budi, Anandam Vardhana Das, Haribo, Abhinandan, Swami. Okay. Ayer por la tarde era español, lectura de sección. Hoy día por la mañana es inglés, inglés basa. Y mañana por la mañana es español. Okay. We need a chief guest here. Who would like to be the chief guest? Who has a good connection?
Please accept my humble obeisance, Sri Prabhupada. I'm at home today, Guru Maharaj. I can be.
Okay, Harsh, you're too far away. We'll see you. We'll see you in Kartik, Harsh. We'll go visit your town maybe. Okay. Narayanam Namaskrityam.
Narayanam Namaskritya.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Naram Chaiva Narottamam.
Devam Saraswatim Vyasam.
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam.
Tato Jayamudirayat.
Tato Jayamudirayat.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Idam Bhagavata Nama Puranam Brahma Samhita Muttama Shloka Chariyatam Chakaram Bhagavan Rashi Nistrayasaya Lokasya Dhanyam Swashyamayato Mahat. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Chief guest, can you see our screen?
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
What do you see?
I see a monkey with Bhagavatam
Hi.
on the top right.
Yes, he has all 4 feet on the book.
Krishna.
Daily Srimad Bhagavatam reading, Nectar of Instruction 3. In this Krishna consciousness movement, we require everyone to rise early in the morning by 4 ante meridian and attend Mangalarati or morning worship. Then read Srimad Bhagavatam, perform kirtan, and so forth. Thus, we hold continuous activities in devotional service 24 hours daily. Today is Ekadasi, so we can also have increased hearing and chanting, Prabhupada says, is the meaning of Ekadasi. Today is Tuesday, November 30th, 2021. Please repeat. Let me move this thing somewhere else here. Okay. There we go. Vayam tu na vitriptyama
Vayam tu na vitripyama
uttama shloka vikrame
uttama shloka vikrame
yaschin vatang rasa gnyanam
yachranvatam rasajnanam
svadu svadu pade pade.
swadu swadu pade pade.
Boliega.
Vayam tu na vitripyama
I am tu na vitriptyama
uttama shloka vikrame
uttama shloka vikrame
yachranvatam rasajnanam
yachin vatam rasa gyanam
swadu swadu pade pade.
svadu svadu pade pade. Another devotee can chant.
Vayam tu na vitrupyama
I am tu na vitriptyama
uttama shloka vikrame
uttama shloka vikrame
shrunvatam rasajnanam
yachin vatam rasa gyanam
swadu swadu pade pade.
Swadu swadu pade pade. A devotess can chant.
Vayantu na vitripyama
Vayam tu vanitriptyama
uttama shloka vikrame
uttama shloka vikrame
yakshinvatam rasayanam
yaschin vatam rasa jnanam
swadu swadu pade pade.
svadu svadu pade pade. Another devotess. One of the esteemed ladies, Kulastri. Don't be shy.
Bhajan
Go ahead. Vayam tu na vitripyama uttama shloka vikrame yashtrin vatam rasa jnanam
Swadu swadu pade pade.
svadu svadu pade pade. So this is the sages at Naimisharanya talking with Sutta Goswami. They've offered him a they finished their morning duties, and now they've offered him a very nice seat. You know? And then they are highlighting him. You know, This is why we've offered you the nice seat. You have this qualification, this qualification. You don't have that qualification, but you have this qualification. And we want you to tell us about this, about that. We have questions about this, about that. And they want to hear about Krishna. They want to hear about the incarnations. So then they say this verse, number 19. Okay, Vayam, we. That's something maybe we should remember. I want to say, well, we want prasadam. Vayam, prasad, something. Two, but. Na, not, that's easy. Vitrip yamaha. Vitrip yamaha shall be at rest. Okay. Uttama Shloka, the personality of Godhead, who is glorified by transcendental prayers. Shloka, verses. Uttama, great. Vikrame, adventures. Trivikram. He takes 3 big steps like that. Yat, which, Srinvatam, by continuous hearing. Srinvatam. Rasa, humor. Jnanam, those who are conversant with. They know, they're jnanis. Svadu, relishing. Svadu, palatable. Pade, pade, at every step. We never tire. We never tire. Vitripyama, we shall never want to take rest. Vayam, we too, but na, because they're talking about something else previously, so they say but. We never tire of hearing the transcendental pastimes of the personality of Godhead, which Godhead, who is glorified by hymns and prayers. Hymns and prayers. Those who have developed a taste for transcendental relationships with him relish hearing of him pastime after pastime. His pastimes at every moment. As it go. Chetadharpanam arjanam bhavamaha davagni nirvapanam shreya koira vachant vikavidam vidyabadunam anandam buddhi vardhanam pratipadam. Every footstep. So this is these are very high devotees. Maybe Uttamadhikari. They must maybe at least. There's a variety, very big variety in the audience. Some people are impersonalists, it seems, not bad people necessarily. Some people maybe even like Shukracharya may be there. He's a karmavadi. He's trying to follow all the Vedas and everything else to get good karma. So also kind of it's more of passion and goodness. It's hard to say. Those who have developed a taste, ruchi, Shinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridyantas. No. Adoshrada Sadhu Sangha Anatanivriti Nishta Fijado, fixed. Nishta Ruchi. Ruchi is taste. So they have it. Now, of course, all these stages are in different levels. So we may be getting a little bit of a taste, but it's a taste. And then as it expands, okay, if we develop our taste, ruchi, then we become attached, asaktis. Okay, asaktis. So maybe as we see the level, maybe we can estimate this as devotees, this is where they're at. So they're asaktis, they don't want to interrupt every step, they want to be hearing Krishna Katha. And what's his name? Oh yes, what's his name? Krishnadas Kaviraj. He wrote Vrindavan Mahimamrita. He wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita. He also has a Astakaliya Leela. Prabhupada mentions that in Upadeshamrita. Astakaliya. The eight parts of the day. You divide the day into 8 parts, which would be how many hours? How many hours for each part? 3 hours. Yeah. But also there are 24 muhurtas in one day. That would another 30 muhurtas. So I don't know if you can do Astakali. It has to be hours, it sounds like. Maybe it's a British invention. But then he has it, this time was Krishna's waking up, this time Krishna's getting dressed, this time Krishna's having breakfast, this time Krishna's being with the counter boys, this time they're taking rest in the hot afternoon, this time they're coming back. This way, Somebody else also has one of these. I mean, it's a Vishnu Chakravarti. I was describing. In this way, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, as far as we understand, was doing the same thing. When he was in the court, he's thinking, okay, now I'm with Krishna herding cows and calves, herding the calves, you know. And this poor lady coming to me, she's a widow, young widow, and has 3 children, and you know her husband has died, and all her in-laws are trying to steal the house and take all the money and the animals, and you know leave her defenseless with all these little children. I'm a cowherd boy. I'm Krishna's dog. I'm going to defend her, this poor helpless, you know, cow with her calves from these horrible wolves. You know, so then they're dealing with that in the courtroom. They're not dealing with Bhakti, you know, with the Kedarnath Dutt. They're dealing with the cowherd boy who's going to protect them, you know, looking at them like wolves. You know. So that's you know, and it's what's the thing? It's like. Public saying it's not exactly like it's not a mental adjustment. It's not only a mental adjustment. You can make these mental adjustments, but also it starts to become a fact. By mental adjustment, we align our house, which is a reflection of someplace in Goloka, in the proper fashion, and now we can actually experience the real house. My God, Bhagavad Bhakti ki jai. Vayam tu na vitriptyama, vayam tu na vitriptyama. Uttama shloka vikrame yat shinvatam rasa jnanam svadu pade pade. Okay, so in that line then we have so many uttama shlokas. You know, all the acharyas are giving us so many nice songs that we can meditate on. And Prabhupada said these are as good as the prayers in the Bhagavatam. We're always commenting that one time we saw a program from Janmashtami when Prabhupada was in the Radha Damodar temple before coming to the US. And it had a reception for the governor. So Prabhupada had some friendship with the governor of Uttar Pradesh, and the temple invited him to pass Janmashtami in Vrindavan. So probably he was thinking, oh, this is a nice arrangement. So he went there probably with some friends, at a reception of the governor as a chief guest. You know. Then there was one Bengali song and explanation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. And another Bengali song and explanation. That may have been by some local people, Prabhupada trained. And then there was comments by the governor. The chief guest is supposed to talk on behalf of all the other guests. You know, this was real trash. I wasted my time coming. You all should be beaten and deprived of your shoes. Or no, this was wonderful, nectar at every moment. You know, like that. And afterwards, prasad. And we also read one place Prabhupada said that puri, sabji, chutney, and halava is sufficient for a feast. Yeah. Okay, so you take puri and sabji until you're satisfied. Then you have some halava. I guess the chutney can also go with the puri and sabji. Okay, yeah. You finish off with halava. Yeah. Very simple, no? It's very, you know. So kind of like every Goswami, yeah. Every Bhakti Baba, every sannyasi. If you're first initiation, you should be able to offer fruit and milk and nuts, okay, like that. Second initiation, you should be able to cook kitri, halava, and nectar. Yeah, it's a nice standard. Cook kitri, halava, and nectar. Okay. Then for sannyasa initiation, you should be able to cook puri, sabji, chutney, and halava. Okay. Yeah. Then for a Bhaktivedanta initiation, you should be able to cook the full Sunday feast, the Raj Bhoga offering. You should be able to cook the Raj Bhoga offering, the Sunday feast, and the Mangalartik milk sweets. Good standard? Okay. I don't know how much they can do. You know? Yeah. So, songs are very nice. There's one song here we have for today, and there it is. So, chief guest, what do you see?
I see bottom right Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra, and I see Hare Nama Krishna.
Okay. So what is the name of the song?
The name of the song is Hari Hare, as I see on the screen. Sri Nama Sankirtana, official name.
Yeah. The official name is Sri Nama Sankirtan, and the song name is Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha. And who's the author?
Srila Narottama Das Thakur.
And what language is it?
Bengali, but these are all Sanskrit words.
So that means when you sing it, you have to pretend you have rocks in your mouth. Okay.
Actually, Guru Maharaj, this is not Bengali.
I was thinking it, but later parts may be in Bengali, no?
Because when you put Aya, that's a Bengali, that Sanskrit suffix. Yadavaya, Madhavaya, Keshavaya, and Namaha.
Yeah. But let's
Probably
see.
the second one is...
Maybe the first part is the Bengali singing Sanskrit.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, Mr. Lawyer.
So the second part is more a Sambodhana, addressing, just like Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Except the word Giridhari, it is it's just a name. If you say Giridhare, that would be Sambodhana in Sanskrit. So maybe I can take that the second one is Bengali, the second line, second.
Okay, hang on. We have to move from arithmetic to algebra. In algebra, we don't come to conclusions so quick in algebra. Yeah, we adjust things. Okay, so please everybody, my chief guest can sing with his microphone open, and everybody else sing with your microphones closed. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama.
Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Krishnavaya Namaha.
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Gopala Govinda Rama Shri Madhusadana.
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana.
Giridhari Gopinata Madana Mohana.
Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohana.
Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
Haraya Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha.
What is Haraye means to Hari? What does it mean?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, unto Hari.
But does it also it can also mean unto Lord Shiva? No.
No, Guru Maharaj. If you say Haraya, then it means Lord Shiva.
Okay, yeah, because we heard one time that this song. If look at the bottom over here, we have Adi Lila, 17:122, and I didn't know the verse number, but I trained myself to remember that it was in Lord Chaitanya's pastimes in his youth. Because Lord Chaitanya, after he came back from Gaya, he was a God-intoxicated man. And he was trying to convince everybody to chant Hare Krishna and also chant this mantra. So that's how I remembered where the verse was. And so it was very easy to find it then, or it's at the end of that pastime, because he was telling everybody, oh Nimai, how do we prosecute this Hare Krishna movement? He said, you should chant Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, on beads, I guess. And every evening with your family, you should gather together in your house. And of course, that means probably about 25 people, right? In a normal family, and these two sets of grandparents, 3 generations, four or 5 generations of kids. So everybody sits together, and he says, you should chant this: Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaya Nama Gopala Govinda Rama Hari Madhusudana. So that's the actual mantra. And in the next few verses, Prabhupada says, this should go on in all of our centers, Panchatattva, Hare Krishna, and this mantra. He said, it is other way of chanting Hare Krishna mantra. So it should go on 24 hours a day in all of our centers, especially Sridham Mayapur and Vrindavan, I think. So he adds this third mantra, but it's not Hari Haraye Nama, Krishna Yadavaya Nama, it's Haraye. So from what I understand, that Hari was, it's a song, he added the Hari, But as far as I understand, there's some compensation for the followers of the Lord Shiva in here too. That it can also mean Hari Haraye, meaning unto Lord Shiva. That's in Mayapur, they say that. Okay. And then he added the second line, Yadavaya, unto Yadava, Madhavaya, unto the god, husband of the goddess of fortune, Keshavaya, Namaha, respects unto Krishna who has very fine hair, but Keshava, but also it can mean Shiva and Vishnu, I think. Shiva and Brahma and Vishnu, Keshava. Okay. Then second line, second verse, Gopal, Govindarama. Well, if you want to, on that first one, you can meditate on Krishna. This is Yadunandana. Yadunandana, the husband of the goddess of fortune, the master of Brahma and Shiva. The second line, if you want to, you can meditate upon Gopala Govindarama. That's Lord Balaram. Lord Balaram is Gopala Govindarama. Okay. And Shri, okay, that's Subhadra. She's Shri. This is our perverted meditation. This is Tom Brown's perverted meditation on this mantra. That when you chant this, you can actually be thinking of Jagannath, Baladeva, and Subhadra. Hari Horaye Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha Gopala Govinda Rama Shri Madhusudana Giridhari Gopinatha Madana Mohan. Of course, there was a big demon named Madhu, and Krishna killed him. So he's known as Madhusudana. Okay? Yeah. Kankshani Sudana. Giridhari, he's Dari, lifting the Giri. Okay. Gopinata, he's the Nata of the gopis. And Madana Mohan, he's the Mohana, the confuser of Madan. Cupid. Yeah. Could also, I guess they say Kamadeva Mahamohan. So for these, we're thinking also you can meditate upon Madan Mohan, Govindaji, and Gopinath, like that. So anyway, you just, if you're perverted, you can have these internal meditations, Jagannath, Baladeva, and Subhadra. And of course, the actual mantra is Haraye Nama Krishna Yadavaya Namaha Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan. Described in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And Prabhupada said we should add this. And a very beautiful picture, no? It's a very nice picture of Jagannath, Baladeva, and Subhadra, no?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, very beautiful.
Oh, you agree? Yeah. Do they all have the same kind of eyes?
No.
Yeah. What's the difference?
Jagannath has circular, and Baladev is like a petal, but Subhadra's is a little more narrow.
Yeah, hers are more sexy. Hers are more feminine, no? Yeah,
yes,
than his. Baladeva and Subhadra are the same, but hers are more like dangerous looking. Okay. If you are good, she is Yogamaya. If you are bad, she is Mahamaya. Yeah, that's Subhadra. Okay. So I'm going to go just a second. Any questions or comments at this point?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Ja.
Maharaj, the example of you gave about Bhakti Vinod Thakur Kedarnath in the High Court,
Yeah.
how it was possible for him to align with the external reality, because the internal reality, the way you are describing, can make him to forget everything outside.
No.
Thank you.
Again, it's like the example, like you talking about the Parikiya Rasa. Yeah. Some lady has a.
Yeah. That's one. The cowherd boy. Yeah.
Well, that's the cowherd girls. They think they have a. They think Krishna as their lover, but they're very, very, they're even more careful and making sure that their external duties are going on properly, that they're cooking for their husbands, receiving them properly, and everybody thinks, oh, they're such a chaste girl. You know? So that's the point. Actually, we should become suspicious if devotees are carrying on their external duties too well. We become a little suspicious that actually it's because internally they're thinking about something else. They're making a show that actually they're not concerned. If we're concerned about the external duties, many times because we want liberation, we want respect, we want fame, we want, we're cooking very nice offering for Krishna because we want to eat a little bit, maybe 2%, 20%, okay. Yeah. So it's the bhava. The high court judge can be thinking, oh yeah, this is my brother, this is my cousin and my nephew, and they're trying to get this big fortune from this lady. Well, they're a little too greedy. Okay, I'll let them steal 80%, but if she has 20%, that's enough for her. She's kind of a bad charactered woman anyway. Okay, so that's another bhava. Yeah. So, any comments in the chat line here? What do? We got to push this button here. The chat line occurs. Okay, active cameras. Hide everyone. Okay. 32 devotees. Okay. It says here, J.P. Radha Devi Dasi says, Reverend says, Guru Dev, y todos sus Vaishnavas a sus pais, pies de manzana. Deseaba preguntar si ese bhajan, Sri Namakenta, es la canción que baila el Señor Jagan en frente a la carroza del Señor Jagannath. No, es otro. Es en el capítulo Señor Chaitanya en Ratha Yatra, que es en Antya-lila. Yeah. Es ahí cuando la carroza se detiene en éxtasis. No, es otra canción. Sí, okay. Muy buena pregunta, gracias. Okay, próximo verso.
I have,
yes.
There's one comparison, and then I have one question. Is
okay.
How in Bhagavad Gita also, actually Srila Prabhupada cites this verse that you read from Srimad Bhagavatam. In Bhagavad Gita chapter 10, verse number 18, this very same verse is cited, where Arjuna says that after hearing some of the vibhutis in chapter 10, he says, Vistarena Atmano Yogam. He says, please tell me in detail. And Shrunvato me nasti, truptirihi nastri. I don't have any tripti, cessation, hearing about this amritam, this nectar that you're speaking. And in that context, Srila Prabhupada cites the same exact verse that we read today. And the one question I have is, how did you get from that verse to here, Guru Maharaj? I missed something in between.
It says we never tire of hearing Uttama Shloka, hymns and prayers.
Okay, and then you brought this prayer. Okay.
So, lawyer's trick.
And Guru Maharaj, also you said the sages probably are on the level of asakti. It does appear so, but in some places, Prabhupada, when he talks about the 4 kinds of devotees, the sages of Naimisharanya are classified under those who are inquisitive. And,
yes.
And he seems to say all the 4 are neophytes and they can advance further. And we can see that, okay, for example, for Dhruva, probably he started from a neophyte stage.
Yes.
But how do we understand with the sages? Because it appears from the beginning they are expressing this mood.
Yeah. I got my lawyer's things. I said there's probably a lot of variety in the audience. Some of that Shukracharya might also be there, So he's going to be one who's worshiping God because he wants wealth, right? Wealth. Yeah. And then other people will be there. Sudha Goswami was there, right, in the audience, So yes. Why was he there? Was he there because he was curious or because he was actually a jnani, right? Those who were inquisitive. Because in the next verse in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, right, amongst these 4, the people who are actually inquisitive are very dear to me. So then it's pointing out in Bodhidharma Maharaj, I guess it means like they're actually they're not jnanis in the sense that they want knowledge just to satisfy their gratification, become liberated. but they actually come to the point, Shimbatano is Bahunam Jamanam Ante Ganabam. They come to this point, where they really realize that, this is important. There appears to be a God, and I should investigate. I want to find out, like that. So I would say different levels of people in the audience, but and also too, they say for those who have developed a taste, So again, maybe they are on the level of the curious, and they're curious about those people who have, developed this taste. How does that fit in?
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Yes, thank you. Particularly the varieties that you have explained and the importance of the jnani that Krishna recognizes. Yes.
But they're above the curious. They're above the curious. And so when Prabhupada says that they're above the curious, that may mean the mass of the audience, right? Because when Maharaj Parikshit was leaving his body, it's kind of describes like that. People from all over the universe were curious about what was going to happen. Yeah. And so then they come with their thousands of disciples, right? Yeah.
Yes.
So in that sense, that maybe the sages of Naimisharanya were curious. But yeah.
And I remember Prabhupada also mentioning. I just recollected that the reason Parikshit Maharaj asked the question. He says it appears that there was a disagreement among the sages on what Maharaja Parikshit should do, and it was Shukadeva who gave an affirmative answer that that you should chant the holy names of the Lord. So it makes sense that there may be other sages who were still not clear on what needs to be done. So that fits the inquisitive category as well, because they just don't know yet.
And also, but they knew enough to recognize that when Sukadeva Goswami walked in, they said, "Oh yeah, he should be." The appearance almost. I would say probably wasn't completely universal, because in the material world as well, there's got to be somebody who disagrees. Otherwise, it won't be the material world. So anyway, probably, but universally, everybody would say, "Oh yeah, let's Sukadeva Goswami here. You answer the questions. You become the guru." Okay. As soon as they saw him, they recognized. The women, was uncultured women and street boys were just enchanted by him like a very beautiful puppy or something. And he was just smiling at them and attracting them at heart. Yeah. Okay.
Guru Maharaj,
so
Subhadra's tattva. I had this internal trouble many times when, like the temple here, there's no Radha Krishna, Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, and a lot of times for Hare, I think one of the classes is that Pankajangri Prabhu or Jananivas Prabhu mentioned that Hare, Radharani's expansions includes internal potency Subhadra as well. So Hare could mean Subhadra as well. And interesting, you were mentioning Shri as Subhadra Devi. Is that okay meditation to think Hare in the Mahamantra as Subhadra Devi?
I've never heard it from Prabhupada directly. So if we go to hell, we'll go to hell together. Yeah. There's so many things. You can have questions like when Krishna and Balaram, were going to Mathura and Dwarka. Did Radharani tell Subhadra, look, there's nobody going to take care of these two idiots. They'll never wash their socks and, put on clean clothes and this kind of stuff, So they, only we know how to take care of them, but you're there, so you have to take care of them for us, So yeah, that possibly Subhadra is also then authorized by the gopis, as their agent, to take care of her brothers, like the gopis would. So all these things, this is why there's more verses in the Bhagavatam. Let's go on to the rest of this verse here. Okay. Here we have. Okay, so the second and third, you see them now? Second and third verses, so on?
Yes, Guru Maharaj.
Okay. So we all know these. Gopala Govinda Rama Sri Madhusudana Giridhari Gopinata Madana Mohan Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Sita Hari Guru Vaishnava Bhagavata Gita Shri Rup Shri Sanatan Bhaktaragunata Shijiva Gopala Bhatta Dasaragunata. So Sri Chaitanya Nityananda, that's easy. Advaita Sita, because he's the husband of Sita Devi, not the wife of Ramachandra. And the third one is second line is I think very significant because as I understand, it's referring to, I heard this someplace, I think. Hari, Guru, Vaishnava, Bhagavata Gita. And this is a declaration of our faith. What do you believe in, Hare Krishna? Well, we believe in God. I believe in God. Okay. Hari. We believe in Guru. Okay. Acharyas. Well, I believe in Jesus Christ. Okay. Do you also believe in Moses? Well, I also believe in Moses. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So, Jews. So we believe in God. We believe in Acharyas, Guru, and we believe in Vaishnava, the association of devotees. You know, in the Christianity, they say the saints. You know, all the saints, all those who've been baptized, basically. Once you're baptized, you're part of the body of the church, and you're a saint. Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when the saints go marching in. You can look it up on YouTube. It's a really popular song. Yeah. I want to be in their number. And the saints go marching in. So we believe we can join the parade. It's usually done with black devotees with trombones and stuff. It's really a nice song. Okay, Hari, Guru, Vaishnava, and two books, Bhagavata and Gita. This is our conception. Probably again and again saying Bhagavad Gita, Srimad, Bhagavatam. Yeah. So, Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Sita. Okay. Hari, Guru, Vaishnava, Bhagavata Gita. Sri Rup, okay. Sanatana, now the six Goswamis. Okay. Now the rest of the song, then after this is where people don't know the rest of the song usually. H.I. Goshai Yar Muitara Das, Tan Sabara Padarenu Mora Panchagras. I got my eyes closed. A, these six Goswamis, Ekdo Teen Char Panch Che. These six Goswamis, okay. Yar Muitara Das. I am their Das. I am their servant. H.I. Goshai Jar Muitara Das, Tan Sabara Padarenu Mora Panchagras. Their Padarenu, the dust from their feet, Renu, Raman Reti, the dust from their feet, Mora Panchagras, my 5 kinds of food. I'm not sure what the 5 kinds of food are. Those who are licked up, sucked, drunk, chewed, and swallowed. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So the dust from the lotus feet of the Goswamis are my 5 kinds of food. Lord Chaitanya there's a foam from Lord Chaitanya's mouth. People were grabbing it and honoring it, eating it. If you go to the circus, you can get cotton candy. Right? So the foam from Lord Chaitanya's mouth must have been like cotton candy. Yes. Okay. H.I. go, close your eyes and chant it. H.I. go shai yar muitara das, tan sabara padarenu, mora panchagras. Tadara charana sevi bhakti sanibas, janamai janame hoy hoy abilas. This line Prabhupada quotes a lot. You see acharyas do. Tajara charana sevi bhakti sanibas. Okay. So I guess to bhakti sanibas, to stay, to be in residence with, to serve the devotees and to be with them. Was this Bengali or chief guest?
Yes, Guru Maharaj, definitely.
Okay. Come on now, you can twist it. You can say it's Sadhubhasa. Is it Sadhubhasa? Is it not Sadhubhasa, is it? This is Prakrit, isn't
it? They call
There's 2 Bengalis. Yeah, Sadhubhasa is high class Bengali, which is almost Sanskrit. Okay. Yeah. I asked Nitai Gaurasundu Hindi speakers, and they're saying that, if you speak Hindi, Bengali is just so easy. It's almost the same. It's like Spanish and Italian, or Spanish and Portuguese. Yeah, a little push. So for Hindi speakers, it's very easy to learn the Bengali. Tadara Charana Sevi Bhakti Sanivas. I want to reside with the devotees and serve them, serve with them. birth after birth, that is my Abilas. More Abilas, Bilas Kunje Diovas. Okay. Then we go over here to number 6. Oh yeah. What happened here? Okay. Something's gone wrong here. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay, there we go. Yeah. I am the okay, yeah. To be a servant of their lotus feet. Oh, okay. To be a servant of the lotus feet of the Goswamis. Okay. Tadara Charana Sevi. Okay. Yeah. I guess Tadara probably means there, right? Their lotus feet. Tadara Charana Sevi. To be a servant of their lotus feet and to reside in the company of devotees. Same thing. Guru, Vaishnava. Tadara Charana Sevi, Bhakti Sanivas. Life after life, that's my aspiration. So here's yeah.
I have the compound Charana Sevi Bhakta Sani. I don't know how compounds work in Bengali. It must be similar, but it almost looks like he's asking for association of devotees who are engaged in the service of the lotus feet of the Goswamis. Charana Sevi Bhakta Sani. So those bhaktas who have Charana Seva, their association I desire. That's how it appears. But yeah.
Oh, very, very good. Yeah. But that's our aspiration, of course. Because there are many devotees, it's nice. Devotees of Lord Jesus Christ. Yeah. But especially devotees of the 6 Goswamis. Because we don't approach Lord Chaitanya directly, or Advaita. So here's a very, very nice painting when it was done. It's probably, what is it? This is, what we got here? Probably Rupa and Sanatana on one side of Lord Chaitanya, maybe. No, this is Sanatana, Rupa. Yeah. Rupa and Sanatana, maybe in the center. I don't know. But look, I'm very young on one side over here, like Jiva. Like he was painting, like, I guess, was it Gopal Bhatta was the youngest of the Goswamis? Anybody know?
Jiva Goswami is the youngest because he's a nephew.
Is he younger than Gopal Bhatta?
I think so.
Vande Rupa Sanatana Ragu Yago Sri Jiva Gopalako. Yeah. Okay, similar age. Our last slide. H.I. Goshai. This is as far as I could get. I couldn't get any more graphics or put the translation in. But then they try and save these all. And save these for with our songbook, slideshows part. They call it the PowerPoint shows. H.I. Goshai Jabe Braja Koilavas. H.I. Goshai, these 6 Goswamis. It means Jabe, when Braje, in Braja Koilavas, they made their residence. When these 6 Goswamis made their residence in Braja, Radha, Krishna, Nitya Lila, the eternal pastimes of Radha and Krishna, Koila, they made Prakash. Jaya 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 Haridasa Namara Mahima Korila Prakasha. Haridas Thakur made the glories of the holy names manifest. Jaya 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 Haridasa Namara of the names, Namara Mahima, glorious. Vrindavan Mahima Amrita. Jaya 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 Haridasa Namara Mahima Korila Prakash. He made manifest. H.I. Goshai, Jabi Braja Koila Vas, Vada Krishna Nitya Lila Koila Prakash. Anande Borohari Bhaja Vrindavan, Shri Guru Vaishnava Pada Majayaman. So the only word here which we may not know is Majaya. It will appear in the next verse also. It means drown, inundate, submerged. Anande, in Ananda, with Ananda. Anande Bolo. Hari, in great ecstasy, chant Hari and Bhaja, worship Vrindavan. Wow, that's a good advice. Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan, Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Bhajayaman, and submerge your mind in the feet of Guru and Vaishnava. Very good advice. Nice song. Chant the whole thing. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pada Padma Koryash. I am desiring. Ash. Yeah. I make desire. Yeah. I always desire the lotus feet of Guru and Vaishnava. Nama Sankirtana Kohe. Narottama Das. Yeah. Dina Krishna Dase Kohe. Dina Krishna Dase Kohe Nama Sankirtan. Shivada Govinda, Shivada Govinda Preme. Last line. Yeah, the line before that. Dina Krishna Dase Kohe. Yeah. Something. Yeah. What's the next to the last? What are the last two lines of the Tulsi Bhajan? Dina Krishna Dase Kohe.
Ye jana mora hoy, Shri Radha Govinda preme sada jana bas.
Yeah, Dina Krishna Dase Kohe. Says. Kahan.
Yes.
In Hindi. Says. So Nama Sankirtana Kohe. Yeah. Narottam Das is speaking, Yeah. Nama Sankirtan. So that's the name of the song. So, any final questions or comments or complaints or donations? Today is Ekadasi, fasting from beans and grains.
Yes.
And if you're more advanced, fasting until noon, chanting 25 rounds. And if you're more
Maharaj,
advanced, fasting of everything, including water, is 65 rounds. Yes, sir. Professor Pradhan.
Can we take leaves, spinach, and other things in Ekadashi?
Yeah, and there's a whole list of things which you can and cannot take, and all these things. And I think that the basic principle is to, eliminate more passionate foods. So your mind is not excited about these wonderful senses that you have that are full of energy. So things that produce a lot of heavy energy in the body, even if they aren't beans or grains. So then what happens is your mind starts to turn internally to look for exciting things. And it starts to learn, these prayers by the personified Vedas, they're actually exciting if you're in the mode of goodness. So that's all I know. Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. Thanks to everybody here. More people here now. In Mongol, in the good old days, they used to say there were different devotees belonged to different clubs. There was the Lions Club. That was people who came to Mongol Artik in time for the Shinga Pranams. They belonged to the Lions Club. And there was the Garden Club. Those were the people who came in time for Tulsi Artik, right after Artik. So many people were here in the very beginning, but now some people have come for different clubs. Abhinandan, Arjuna, Carlos, Chetaratma, and those ladies. Yeah, Chaitanya Charitamrita Das, my God. Gandharva Das, he has two things. He's eager. Harsh, Indira Shakti Devi Dasi, Jambavan Das, Janardan Das. Oh, Janardan Das. Are you in the United States of America? Janardan G. Are you in Pennsylvania? Japa Prati Japa Radha Devi Dasi, Kama Gayatri Dasi, Kirtita Devi Dasi, Lalita Gopi Devi Dasi, Mahanandini, Narottam, Manjuwali Devi Dasi, Lalita Madhava, okay. Mitravinda Devi Dasi, Murari, okay. Namachintamani Devi Dasi, Ramakrishna Richmond. Maybe he's hinting. When is the initiation ceremony in Richmond? What day of December? We've had fix it on. I can't remember. It's on my calendar. Yeah, one day there. The end of the month, we're going to have a Diksha ceremony for Richmond, and we hope to go there for the temple opening. It's our plan. On Saturday or Sunday. Nimai appears on, I think, Thursday. Go for Nima. but he's not available to the public for a couple of days afterwards. And it describes how he came and everybody came to see him. Okay, so have Gaur Purnima, and then all of us guests will come on Saturday and Sunday. Rosa Ravanari Das, Hare Krishna. Rosa Elena Kanchukaha in Nueva Rajamandala. Sarad Radhika Devi Dasi. Srinivasa Charyada Shuti Priya. Subal Saka. And Krishna Pramodini Mataji, and the two fallible offsprings. Vidura Das, Hare Krishna. Shibananandani Ambarish, Hari Bangsi, and Yugala Kishore Dasi, Radhabadam Bihari Pujari. In the chat we have, yes, okay, my humble obeisances, all glory to Srila Prabhupada. So, thank you all very much. If you have a camera, turn it on like that, and wave goodbye. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Subal Saka. Okay. So Gopi, Mahanandini, Kirtina. Hi. Yes. Everybody else is shy. Don't be shy. Be okay. Vrishabhanu, she's not shy also, but she's demure. Hare Krishna.